Welcome to the Cast and Camo podcast, where we talk about hunting, fishing, and all things outdoors. Grab your fishing rod, put on your favorite camo, or just sit back and enjoy this week's topic. Cast and Camo begins now.
What is up? What is up? What is up? What's up, Eric?
Good evening. How are you, Todd?
I'm not sunburned.
Well, neither am I.
You do look like you have a mid-July tan all going already. I'm pretty impressed. Was that all just from? Look at that!
Look how sexy that is. Look at that.
How many bits would it take for you to wear
burnt.
like a?
Look. See that?
Oh my god! Yeah,
I'm burnt.
that's fantastic.
Yeah.
I think you should have wore a sleeveless shirt today. Can
Really?
you change? Yeah, can you change quick?
Yeah, I can go change quick.
Don't.
Now look.
Don't. I'd have to wear sunglasses.
The problem of it is, Red Irish is gonna get really embarrassed if he sees how great I look.
That's true. That's true. You gotta be careful. You can't turn them on.
Hand check.
Hand check. All right. Well, it is Sunday evening. We are back. It's been a couple weeks. We had to take last week off. I had some work travel that was pretty demanding, so was not available. But welcome in. We are, just for everybody's sake, again, every week we kind of start off with this. We are live on Twitch under the name of Cast and Camo. So if you are watching on YouTube later or listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, you can find us live on Twitch every Sunday night. As of right now, 7 p.m. We're listening. People are saying start earlier. We're in talks. We're going to see what's the best for us and the guests. A lot of times it's guest driven, but we'll see what happens with that. But let's talk about our sponsors real quick. Like, we've got Texas Select Seasonings, as always, Cast and Camo in all caps, to get your 15% off. Texas Select Seasonings. I'm going to be smoking some meat, I think, this weekend. I'm going to have to place another order with Wild Bill because I'm going to be running low on my delicious seasonings.
Did you use that 4-pound bag already?
Kind of. Yes.
So you don't like it as well as you like something else. Go ahead, tell me.
Right. Yeah.
So which one do you like the most?
You're putting me on the spot. I don't remember which one we got. Was it the butt one?
Okay, yes. But have you tried the rattlesnake dust yet?
No.
Oh.
I didn't get rattlesnake dust.
I didn't tell him to send you the rattlesnake, but we're supposed to be getting a package here very soon, I guess. Both of us. But I don't know when the package is coming. But anyway, you've got to try a little bottle of rattlesnake. It goes a long way, and it is awesome.
Okay. Yeah, I want to, yes. Did we get, I've been out of it, like gone for the last 8 days. Did we get Pit Bully? Did we get his information to get the package sent from Bill?
No, we have not. I have not heard from him, but I will say this on our channel right now. From now on, if we do giveaways, you got 24 hours to notify us. After that 24 hours, tough luck.
Yeah, we'll draw again.
We should be holding stuff this long.
No, I don't disagree. In this case, I feel bad because I've been under the work microscope for the last couple weeks. It's been dredging, so I didn't exactly reach out. I didn't do much to
he
facilitate
was
it.
told that night to contact me or you. The
Yep.
next morning when I started stream, he come in my channel and I told him, make sure he gets hold of us, DMs one of the two of us. And he has not done it yet. So
that means the warning has been laid down. We'll reach out to Pitbully again tonight or tomorrow, and if he doesn't respond, then maybe we'll do a redraw. How about that?
we could definitely do a redraw. The thing of it is, though, Joker's not allowed in it.
No. He gets nothing. He loses. Good day, sir. He does not pass go. He does not collect $200 at all.
That's right.
C-Arc, we are also there's Joker. F you both. Love you too, buddy. C-Arc Boats is also a sponsor of the Cast and Camo show, and I say it every week, but we got to get Steven and oh my god, I'm drawing a complete blank. Alex. We got to get Steve and Alex back on the show, and we got to get down to the factory. And I say it every time we're on, but I know I was checking his Facebook out. He had a picture of somebody that was with him in a boat, I think yesterday. A beautiful 51-pound catfish. It was whoever it was her personal best, and it was a beautiful fish. So he's busy. I think he has multiple tournaments that he's got going on with the Twisted Cat.
Yes.
So he's busy.
I think he's got one every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I think, until like October now.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be nice? You're kind of living that life right now. Fishing every day.
Well, I'm not fishing every day. Not every day. No, I took a day off the other day. Saturday. I took Saturday off, all right? And I streamed for 13 hours. So
that's true.
I took that day off.
That's true.
Yeah. I mean, we're here to help. I don't know. I was just told I was going to lose my status in Madfish's pro staff if I don't catch a fish. So now I'm catching fish, and now they're going to take me off the pro staff.
Well, yeah, we'll discuss that. Let's discuss that in a little bit. I kind of have a little bit of a note written down. That'll definitely come up. So don't let them bother you. Don't let them boss you around.
Okay.
All right. And lastly, Deer 30. It is springtime, man. If you're not out planning your food for your deer for the fall right now, you're late. Get on Deer 30. Get your order in, because now is the best time to do it. And you can get 24% off. Cast and Camo 24. Use that discount code to get 24% off your order. That's a substantial discount. So if you do food plots, if you plant things for deer, please go to Deer 30's website. Sarah just dropped the link in our chat. Get that big 24% off by using our discount code Cast and Camo 24. It's an amazing discount.
Don't forget the mineral too, because there's a mineral that you need, and you should have already started that in February, to be honest, if you are doing mineral, because you want it to help the deer's antlers. But even if you start it now, they're going to still, that's going to attribute to next year's antler growth in their body, maybe making it better for next year.
Better late than never, for sure. A recap of what we had, not last week, but 2 weeks ago. Last show was Dustin Borer from Servine Repro Solutions. I thought that was a pretty cool conversation. There was a lot more I wanted to get into, but we kind of ran out of time. Interesting topic. It's whether morally you agree with some of these deer farms and what they're doing with the herds and the costs that they're charging people to shoot these massive bucks that you can't even put in the record books. Whether you believe in that or not, the fact of the story, and it was a lot of jizz talk for sure, but it was important jizz talk, and it exists. There is a market there, and I think what he's doing is incredible, and it's super interesting to me on that market and how that all works. So that was crazy. Next week we've got Forest and Field Custom Cutlery. This dude makes knives that are beautiful. A lot of deer hunting knives, skinning knives, and just cool knives. Who doesn't like cool knives? I think everybody likes beautiful knives. I'm a sucker for them. It was a sciencey jizz talk for sure. Well, so Eric, what we have done in the past has we would take in emails that our viewers submitted, and it was, the fan mail, but we're going to switch it up. We haven't done the fan mail for a little while. Didn't want it to get old and stale, but we're going to try something brand new tonight, and we're going to take live calls.
What?
We're going to take live calls from our fans.
No, we're not. We're not taking live calls from our fans. There ain't no way in heck. Can you imagine Buzzard calling us up?
Well, we're screening the calls. He's not going to get through.
Okay. All right. Yeah,
Buzzard doesn't get through. That's I've already talked to the producer. I gave him a few names. Buzzard, Joker, Ozzy.
Yeah. No.
Certain names.
So much better.
Certain names don't get through. So let's switch over to our live call segment. Okay, so the lines are open. Let's see. Yeah, Joker is the executive producer. Oh, yeah, that doesn't work, does it? Well, we'll see how it goes, I guess. If Joker calls in, he calls in. We can't really stop him. Oh, there's our first call. And the producer is telling me the name is Linda. Linda, welcome to Cast and Camo. You have called in live on the show. What do you have to say, Linda? This is Eric and Todd.
Thanks for taking my call. I needed to get this off my fins. I was swimming along, lonely, hungry, just overall sad. Then I smelled some panko, jello, and corn. It tasted so good, I couldn't stop.
Yeah.
Then something pulled on me.
Oh.
I will admit, I was scared and was unsure what was happening. But then I saw you standing on the shore. You wrapped your soft net around me and pulled me out. We locked eyes, and I knew at that moment there was a connection. You used some weird contraptions, which I assumed you were measuring me to make sure I'd be a good fit. Then you held me close, looked into my eyes again, and went in for the kiss. My heart fluttered as I felt your lips on mine. But then you tossed me back into the water like I wasn't even important to you. I will never forget you, and I know deep down you won't forget me. I'm not that hussy that let you stick your finger up her ass on the first catch. I know the feelings were deeper than that. Until next time, I love you, Ozzy.
Wow. Okay, so I wasn't sure where that was going at first, but okay. So this Linda is the fish that Ozzy caught recently that he kissed on the lips, which was a bounty for the tournament that we're going to be talking about tonight. This is fascinating. But Eric, the thing about this is, Linda, and no offense to you, Linda, but Ozzy catches a lot of fish. So, and I've seen him kiss a lot of fish. So in order for us to be sure that you are actually the fish that Ozzy caught last week and kissed on the lips, would you mind, you have our number, you called, would you mind sending us texting us a pic?
Sure, absolutely.
Okay.
I can do that.
Perfect.
If nothing else, it will give Ozzy something to remember me by.
True. Yeah. I'm sure it's melted in his brain that the day that he caught you and kissed you. But if you could send in that picture, I'm going to put you on hold for just a second, Linda. Eric, this is amazing. Hey, can you believe we have the fish that Ozzy caught and made out with on the phone right now?
As long as we don't have the fish that he slipped his finger to last year.
Linda made it pretty clear she's not that hussy that he was able to stick his finger up her ass right away.
I know. But, look, I've been watching Ozzy kind of closely.
Yeah.
And he did. I don't think I've ever seen anyone grab a fish like that and put his lips on her lips like that.
Clearly it impacted Linda the fish.
Evidently.
She's I've had her on hold. Let's see if she's still. Linda, are you still there?
Yep, I'm still here. just trying to send the pic.
All right, perfect. Send the pic. Just let us know once you've sent the pic, and we'll get it up, and we'll make confirmation that it's actually the right fish.
Okay, I texted you a pic.
Oh, you did? Okay, perfect. She texted the pic. Let's whoa. Okay. All right. Let me do some stuff here. Let's get this picture up to make sure that we can confirm with Ozzy that this is the fish. There it is. There it is. Okay. I can definitely see some characteristics as to why Ozzy likes that fish and why he went in for the kiss. She's inviting. Linda, you're very inviting. But I do have to ask, who's the woman holding you?
Oh, that's my sister. She came to visit me to go swimming to help take my mind off of Ozzy's tender lips.
Oh, makes sense. Makes sense. Well, I'm sure your sister's very nice. She's holding you very nice and great form on the picture. I think that's what Ozzy wanted to see to confirm. This is just amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Well, thank you for letting me call in and share my story.
Absolutely.
I was hoping Ozzy was watching so he could hear just how much I love him now.
And lucky for you, Linda, he's in the audience. He is currently watching right now. I'm sure he's taking it all in. Really, he probably didn't even know, Linda, that you had these types of feelings after that kiss. That kiss clearly made an impact on you and your life. I am glad that your sister came by. Maybe she should invest in a swimsuit next time. But hey, whatever. You're nude, she's nude. You do some swimming together all you want, I guess. But Linda, thank you, and maybe call in again next time. Maybe go back out there, look for that pack bait that Ozzy throws out there. You know that certain smell from Ozzy. He's got that little special ingredient in his pack bait. You're gonna smell it. Maybe make that connection again. And you never know. Who knows what's going to come of this, right?
See you later, boys. Thanks again.
All right. See you, Linda. And thank you. Thank you for calling in. Wow. So that was a success. First time that we're doing live call-ins, and the freaking fish that Ozzy kissed on the lips calls in and pours her heart out. It's amazing. It's amazing. Oh, there's our second call. Okay, this could get interesting. The executive producer Joker is telling me this caller's name is Deertick. Deertick, welcome to Cass and Camo. This is Eric and Todd. What would you like to say tonight?
Gotcha, bitch.
Whoa. What? This Deertick just said what?
Gotcha, bitch.
Eric, is this the Deertick that bit you? And calling in all cocky. Listen to this.
Gotcha, bitch.
Gotcha, bitch. Well, I think you're going to need to explain yourself a little bit more, Deertick. You can't just come in here and say, gotcha, bitch, to Eric. Look, you gave him Lyme's disease. I think you owe him an apology. Oh. Sorry, Eric. That Deertick didn't want to say anymore. He was done. He's like, no, I'm not apologizing at all. No way, Jose. Okay, sorry. Maybe next time he'll call back, Eric, and you can kind of lay into him and tell him how you really feel and how you just didn't appreciate the bite.
Yeah.
Well, this is going swimmingly. This is perfect. This is awesome. Let's see. Oh, and imagine that we got our third call. Third call is coming in. Executive producer Joker is telling me this is Javier. Okay, Javier. Welcome to Cass and Camo. You have reached Todd and Eric. What is on your mind tonight?
Ustedes hacen un gran espectáculo sobre pesca y caza. Me gusta especialmente cuando te burlas de Jim Boards. Es genial verte esta noche ya que eres el podcast de pesca y caza número 1 en todo México. Feliz 5 de mayo.
Well, happy Cinco de Mayo to you as well, Javier. And let me translate for everybody. Javier's explaining how he's a big fan of the show, and we're #1 in all of Mexico. And his favorite part of the show is when I make fun of Jim Bortz. I don't know if you caught the Jim Bortz in the middle there, but that's ultimately what he was saying. So, Javier, thank you so much for the kind words, and thank you for calling in.
De nada. Todos los luchadores nos reunimos todos los domingos por la noche para escuchar.
Oh, okay. So I'll translate again. What Javier is saying is that every Sunday, him and his other luchador friends gather around and they listen and watch the show and they love it. Again, thank you, Javier. Fantastic calling. International. We're an international show, Eric. You can't stop us. You can only hope to contain us. We're already a #1 podcast in all of Mexico. Javier, thank you so much for calling in. I appreciate it.
Adiós, muchachos. Adiós, Jim Bortz.
Oh, okay. He's a Jim Bortz fan. So he said goodbye to us, and then he said goodbye to Jim Bortz. Look at there. That's pretty crazy. Let's see if we have any other calls. I'm looking at our call board, and it looks like we are no more calls tonight. Maybe we'll do this again some other time. That was a success. That was pretty crazy, actually.
There was one fault.
What was the one fault?
The deer tick.
Look, I tried to get him to apologize. He wanted nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
Buzzard, see, Joe, executive producer is saying Buzzard keeps calling, but he keeps hanging up. Good job. That's why we pay you, Joker, to make those difficult decisions, and it's much appreciated. And all right,
I really can't believe Ozzy hasn't tried to call Joker.
Well, he's probably trying to call Linda.
Well,
He's probably asking Joker for the phone number that Linda called in from, and it wouldn't surprise me if Ozzy makes a trip back to that pond this week to see if he can. Ozzy's on the phone with Linda now, and Ozzy has also. I think I just got a text. Ozzy has already ordered one of those carp harnesses like Joker has to really caress Linda. Doesn't want her to squirm too much, apparently. So we'll see. Good luck, Ozzy. Good luck, Linda. Thanks for calling in and trying to make a connection. Let's hop back to our normally scheduled scene. Well, that was fun.
yes.
That was fun. And to think you were worried about taking live phone calls, I knew it would be okay.
Yeah, but look, deer tick called. You didn't screen that very well, Joker.
Yeah, Joker. Didn't screen that one. Probably used a fake name.
Yeah.
Who knows? We'll work it. We'll work on the screening process. It's first time. We got to work some kinks out. But overall, I thought it went well. Tonight's topic, we've kind of been hinting and dabbling at it since the beginning of the show, but tonight's topic, we're going to do a little something different. It's just Eric and I tonight, and we're going to do something that we haven't done, which is talk about Twitch. We mentioned at the beginning, as always, we are live on Twitch. This is where we stream. This is where Chief streams, and Chief streams gaming and fishing and some hunting. I used to stream fishing and hunting. We'll see if I make a comeback this year or not. I don't know. I'm still in debates with my own self on whether that's going to happen or not. But it was by the way, it was the Wisconsin fishing opener this weekend, and the Minnesota fishing opener is next weekend. Also Mother's Day, in case anybody has forgotten. You've got 7 days to make Mother's Day happy. Happy wife, happy life. Make that happen. Treat your mothers well and with respect.
Yeah, but my wife is not my mother.
I mean, that's a good point. So you can treat her however you want then next Sunday.
Okay. All right.
Fine.
Thank you.
Yep. Permission granted. And now I'm going to get Pam's hate mail. All right. So this week, what we're going to talk fishing on Twitch, specifically about tournaments. And the reason being is there is a fishing tournament going on right now on Twitch, and we're going to talk about it. But to kind of take a step back, and overall, there may be some viewers right now or listeners and watchers on YouTube or Spotify or Apple that don't realize there is live fishing on Twitch. And there is a lot of it, mostly in the summer, spring, summer, and fall. But there's definitely some people that get out in the winter, including myself. There's all sorts of different types of fishing. So I'm not gonna get into names, specific names. There's a shitload of people. Like, just so I don't forget anybody. And people come and people go, and there's new people all the time. But they're all trying to do their thing, which is fishing. And those of us that love fishing really don't care who it is as long as they're fishing, for the most part. There's some caveats, but we won't get into that. We've got Atlantic Ocean fishing, to be clear. We've got people fishing in the Gulf of Mexico. We've got people fishing on the Pacific Ocean. We've got people from Europe fishing on stream. We've got inland fishing, open water, ice fishing, fly fishing, spear fishing, jug fishing, all sorts of different kinds of fishing going on Twitch. So if you're not aware, come to Twitch, check it out. Now I think you have to go into the IRL category. Most people are streaming in the IRL category for fishing. Some people still stream in the fishing category. If it still exists, I don't even know. But there are, what's that?
From what I understand, it's all IRL now.
IRL, that's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah.
So they pissed away the fishing category that people clamored for 2 years. But that such is life. We have an ambassador. That's what matters. But tournaments have been kind of a staple for fishing on Twitch, and they've evolved over time. It started with, I was not quite around when this was around, but I think it was the Live Well was kind of a tournament style where there was a Discord and you could catch fish and you'd post the fish and it kind of kept track of things. I don't know very much about that portion or that time period of Twitch fishing, other than that it existed. Then there came Go League, which Go League was pretty popular for 2 or 3 years, I think. And it was cool. It had its ups and it had its downs. There were pros and there were cons, just like there are now for the current tournaments. Okay, Joker is our executive producer. That's correct me. It was 1.5 years. 1.5 years. Just to clear that up. But Go League, I think, was a cool concept. Look, anytime you come up with things that are cool, and it's people that have real lives and real jobs, it gets to be a lot for only a couple people to kind of manage. And that may be what happened with Go League. It became, the fishing group on Twitch started growing twofold, threefold, fourfold, and there was a lot of people involved, and I don't know what happened, but it was fun while it was there. I never participated because I didn't agree with some of the things that were going, but in general, as a theme, the tournament, the concept of Go League was cool. You had overlays, you had all sorts of cool things that played into it. You had different tiers of fishing. They did different tournaments, whether it was for this or that. It was different things that were available for people. Right. And we're going to talk about this, and this, Eric. The main thing is that you have fun, right? That's the main part. And people had fun with Go League, and it started to kind of, it kind of petered out a little bit for probably various reasons. I don't even know 90% of them, so I can't even speak to it. But out of that came some new types of tournaments, what we have kind of coupled as Madfish tournaments. And, there's pros and cons to Go League. There's pros and cons to the Madfish tourneys. Anytime you get money involved, this is just my opinion. This is the opinion part. Anytime you get money involved, whether it's Go League, Madfish tournaments, whatever it might be, it's going to cause potential drama, right? And I think the people that have organized the Madfish tournaments would agree that there has been some, but it's been pretty minimal, which I think is pretty impressive. And overall, I would say the Madfish tournaments have been very well thought out, very well organized, and very well executed. I think they learned from Go League as to what people liked, what people maybe didn't like as much, and made some changes here and there and within the rules. And I think it was good. And again, I'm an outside bystander because I don't partake in any of the Madfish tournaments either. And it's not because screw Madfish. I don't want to. No, it for me, it has more to do with, first of all, like the tournament that we're going to talk a lot about tonight is the Carp Clash, the spring Carp Clash. I've never fished for carp in my life. Could I do it? Absolutely. I simply don't have time right now this spring with work and the show and all things going on. I don't have time. Even if I had time, I probably still wouldn't do it just because I don't want to compete. Like I'm afraid the second I start competing, it's going to take my fun away, and I don't want that to happen. But Eric, you are in the spring Carp Clash.
Yes. Yep.
How has it been so far for you?
Interesting. See, and like I told them when I first joined it, I haven't fished for carp since I was 16. I mean, that's been forever. And I always catfished and musky fished and trout fished. I didn't do the carp or anything like that. And it's been kind of interesting sitting back because I was part of it last year. I wasn't in it. I was watching it at the end when PB and Aussie and Joker and Sled and all of them were in there, fishing, and Buzzard was out there with his 25,000 poles that had dust on them, catching fish after fish. No, I'm just kidding. But anyway.
No, he doesn't catch fish, but yeah.
And it was kind of interesting. And I thought then, boy, I may want to do this next spring when they have it. And I've actually had a blast with it. Now, I have done some stupid stuff, like drive 2 hours and 20 minutes because my waters are completely blown out. I have no place to fish. So I make 2-3 trips, actually, in a week's time to Brandon Lake in Kentucky, 2 hours and 20 minutes away. Would I have done that for trout? No. There's no way in heck. Catfish, I probably would have traveled.
Yeah, of course you would.
The first time you actually, and I can honestly say, I don't remember ever catching what the carp fought like when I was 16 years old. Mm-hmm. But I might as well say these were my first carp of catching that I've been old enough to remember. And it's a blast. And I know they're junk fish to a lot of people. But if you catch one and fight that fish for a little while, you'll find out it is just as aggressive as any game fish that we have out there. And sometimes even more aggressive.
Right.
And the addiction is so real, it's pathetic. And it's kind of neat being around the people that are involved in this, that make the rules, and try, because no one knows the back. And I'm going to tell you the back. These guys worry about what people think and how they perceive the tournament going. And they care about each person fishing on their catch. I've been in sitting, and I keep my mouth shut, but there's discussions going on full-fledged about the person that's fishing, whether to allow it or not allow it. No one ever wants to take a fish away from anyone. No one. But there is rules, and there's reason for rules, and everyone has to be treated exactly equal. And I think that's what that group of people are doing, because I sit back and I hear them, and every one of them are caring about the people that are out there in the tournament. And it is really hard. And to sit back and have to take a fish off of someone because of a problem. But it's got to be fair to everyone. And no one's saying anyone's cheating. Believe me.
Oh, no.
That's not the deal. It's not the deal. You got to be 100% with everyone that's in your tournament. And that's the way it was with Cabela's King Cat tournaments. It was the same way with the BOC catfish tournaments. We had to be fair to everyone when I was involved in them organizations. And there's fish that didn't count at all. No one sees the person fishing. No one in the organization sees them fishing in the section of water that we're supposed to be fishing in, but they come in with 5 great big huge catfish. No one ever seen them all day long. And if you're not seen by someone else fishing in the approved waters that you're like in catfish tournaments, they're not allowed. And it makes it really hard.
Yeah, and again, you have to have rules, you have to have structure.
Right. Exactly.
Whether, and we're going to talk about the prizes and the bounties, which I think makes these Madfish tourneys special and unique to what we've seen on Twitch in the past. I do want to make a clarification. When we talk Madfish, when we're talking Madfish, and people on the outside of the Twitch world have no flipping idea what we're talking about, but Madfish I would call Madfish a brand. And of that brand, it is community driven. It's not one person. It's not 2 people. It's not 3 people. It's an entire community within the fishing community on Twitch. It's not a private club. It's not a private group. Anyone and everyone is welcome. I've felt welcome. You felt welcome. Everybody is welcome, right? It's Madfish is just kind of, to me, it's a brand. It's a name that represents. I'm going to wait till you're done typing.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I was just trying to answer our question.
Yeah.
We got.
It's just it's a community thing. And I think that's what makes it special. And I think Go League attempted that on Twitch and maybe fell a little short, but I don't blame anyone for that. Sometimes it's just how it works. And like I said, everybody has lives. Most of us have real jobs, unlike you and Buzzard and Joker and Ozzy, y'all are retired. But most of us have real jobs. We have to go live real lives and do things during the work hours of the day. And it takes a lot of work to organize these tournaments, these online tournaments. It takes a lot of work. We talked to Alex Nagy when he was on. He organizes these online tournaments as well. It's a ton of work. So when we're talking Madfish, it's the whole group. And that group is not, in my opinion, is not defined by 1 person, 3 people, 10 people, even 20 people. I think it's a larger mass of the community, of the fishing community on Twitch. I just wanted to make that clarification. It's a lot of people behind the scenes, like you're mentioning, are doing a lot of work, and I think they're doing a fantastic job. So let's kind of talk about the basics, and I definitely know less than you. So by all means, and I know there's a bunch of the people in our stream right now in chat. If I say anything incorrectly or dumb, please correct me. I'm not going to be hurt. I didn't study the rules. I'm not even going to talk about the rules. We'll talk about some rules, but just kind of like the basic high levels of this Carp Clash. And at the end, we're going to talk about some other things that involve tournaments as well. But right now, we're going to focus on the spring Carp Clash. So basics of the tournament, you have to be streaming live on Twitch to be able to count any fish in the tournament. So if you're going to join the tournament, which honestly, anyone right now could still join the tournament, if I'm correct, or am I mistaken?
No.
I would assume they can't.
No, that Wednesday was the last day.
Okay. Well, see, that's how much I know. Well, I was going to join tomorrow.
Yeah, you weren't.
I totally was going to join tomorrow. I have the whole week off. I was going to go carp fishing for the first time ever.
Todd.
What?
Look into my eyes. Tell me. You was going to join the tournament.
I wasn't going to join the tournament.
All right, thank you.
But if it was open, I might have.
No, you wouldn't have.
Okay, well, you can't join anymore, but had you joined earlier, you could. Anybody was welcome, I guess is the point. It's free to join. I know Ozzy was pointing that out in our chat. It's free to join. You don't have to pay anything, which is amazing because of the thing that we're going to talk about after the basics. So you have to be streaming live on Twitch. Each participant takes their top 5 net weight of carp, right? So you can catch 50 carp during the tournament. You're taking your top 5 net weight of fish.
Right. You call each fish as you go. Yep.
Tournament is running from April 24th. So it started on the 24th of April and it runs through another week and a half, May 15th. So it's a good solid 3 weeks of fishing for carp, which to me, now we're back to the opinion part. For me, this is just for me. I don't like anyone telling me what to fish for 3 weeks straight. So I know I'm not going to fish carp or catfish for 3 weeks straight, 2 weeks straight. Tonight I might want to go fish for pike. I might want to go throw for muskies.
And you can still do that.
I could. But in my head, the way my head works, it's a little messed up. But the way my head works, if I'm doing that, I've given up on the tournament. Or I'm just that good and that cocky that I can say, I'm going to just go fish for other fish until the last 3 days of the tournament. I'm still going to whoop your asses.
And I said that today, too. I'm sitting, the last spot that I fished at today I don't know, it's deep. And I know it has a lot of large blue catfish right there. And here I am with 2 rigs out. I'm a cat fisherman, 100%. Here I am with 2 carp rigs out, and I got skipjack laying out here in my freezer and shad that I know that I should have had my 3rd pole and casting it out there just to catch a catfish. But I didn't. And I am. And you're right. When you're in these tournaments, you can get kind of headstrong on them, and that's all you want to fish until the tournament's over with.
Which, I mean, makes sense. That
right.
is the way it is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And again, I think this tournament, I watched it last year. I thought it was phenomenal. I couldn't wait for these tournaments again this year. I knew I wasn't going to participate, but that's just because I don't want to participate. I want to participate in a manner of helping by watching. I want to watch. I want to enjoy other people fishing and the excitement of, like, we're going to talk about there are 32 participants this year in the 2024 Spring Carp Clash. 32 participants. That's crazy. Now, I don't think I looked at the list, and I don't think all of them are going to fish.
Well, hopefully they will.
Yeah, they had plans to. Who life happens, things happen.
Yeah.
I know OG better get his ass out there because right now he's in 32nd place.
I'm waiting for him because he's going to owe 31 people $100 in my channel.
Yep. Right now, OG owes $3,100. Now talk about a bounty. $3,100 he owes.
$3,100.
31 times 100.
That's...
hope he's working overtime.
So one thing I do want to bring up too, though, is these bounties that people have come forward in Madfish to give bounties out of their own pockets.
And I think
that's all I'm saying. I think it's amazing for these people to give to something like this. It's a free tournament. And to me, it's all just shits and giggles. And I caught one more fish. And I've said from the beginning, the only reason I got in this tournament was to beat the shit out of Soggy Wonka. and if I can accomplish that, then I'm going to be tickled to death. I don't care whether I win or lose in it. I think it's just fun being involved in it. And then we get all these amazing people that turn around and say, I'm going to give $5 or $10 or $20. I don't know what, I think the last I heard, or like $500 in donations towards the winning. But it's not for just first place.
Right.
It's amazing that you'll have like someone that'll come out and say, if you get a 4.2 pound carp, you're going to get a $10 if you catch. If you get a 6.9 pound carp, you're going to get $20. I don't know what it is, and I'm not looking at the board right now.
Oh, I've got it all down right here.
It's amazing how many people have actually came forward and gave donations to this, and I want to thank each and every one of them. I'm not going to sit here and name people. I'm not going to name the people who work in the background on it, because if I miss one person, someone's going to hate me. All I'm saying is, Madfish, thank you very much for all you do, and all the people that are behind it. I really appreciate you doing these donos towards this. I think it's the best thing in the world.
Yeah, and I think it makes the bounties, for me, the bounties are what make this tournament and the other tournaments that come later, because they all kind of have these same bounties. It's what makes them unique. What makes them very fun. So just quickly, let's go down the list of the bounties, because I think they're
okay.
For me, it's kind of like it's like the Super Bowl when you can bet on how long is the national anthem going to go, right? I think these are the cool parts. Longest common carp, $20. Longest mirror carp, $20. Longest grass carp, $20. I am going to call out one person. The walleye.
I know where that.
I feel like somebody didn't tell walleye that this wasn't a walleye tournament.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, and why? I mean, look at his name. It's Walleye.
I'm aware.
All right, so go ahead and say it, I guess, since you've already spilled the beans.
It makes me want to like go out and catch this, but walleye, very generous bounty of $200 for any walleye caught 12 pounds or more. Which is amazing bounty. It's very generous. Walleye's a generous dude. He's a great guy. But it's a carp tournament. But we'll digress. Largest net weight buffalo, $25. Now we saw a decent buffalo caught today. I think Coward Creek Barbecue caught a decent sized buffalo. I don't think it was the biggest yet. I can't remember what the biggest is right now.
I think there was a 30-pounder just caught by JB yesterday. If I'm not mistaken. I
thought I heard somebody say 30 pounds. We've got to keep in mind, I've been completely off the grid for the last 10 days. 28, 29 pounds. Okay, awesome. Great job, JB. So that was, you mentioned the first carp net weight of 6.9 pounds. I think we call that the Sarah Sox bounty. The first carp net weight of 4.2 pounds. I think we call that the Sledhead bounty. First carp caught on a fly rod, which I think happened, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. Somebody caught a carp on the fly rod.
Yeah.
That was $25. First angler to kiss a freshly caught carp on the lips.
We won't say who that was.
We know how that went based on the open phone calls at the beginning of the show. So not only did Ozzy get a love connection, but he got Jen's $10.
Shh, you're not supposed to say names.
Oh, I didn't know. It's on open? Whatever. Walleye, $200 for a 12-pound walleye. What are you doing? First person to catch a carp over 20 pounds net. $30 Amazon gift card. Random drawing for all participants that record at least one catch. $50 Amazon gift card. Drawing. Amazing. $25 Carp Bait USA gift card for an angler that bags a carp closest to 19.64 pounds. A $50 Amazon gift card for the first angler to catch a 31-pound or bigger carp, which I think somebody's got a joker. Correct me if I'm wrong. Somebody across the pond caught a 30 or 31-pounder last year?
Well, I don't know. I don't think there's been one over 30 pounds yet.
Not this year,
Hazard,
but I thought
maybe.
somebody got one last year.
Yeah, but
Didn't the
I'm
car get
talking
one last
about.
year?
I don't know. I think
Either way, that's a $50 gift card up. That's up there for the grabs if somebody can catch a 31-pound or more net weight carp. Then that's just the bounties, right? So this is what I think makes these tournaments super cool. Because for guys like me that don't have time and don't want to fish 3 weeks straight for carp, I could go out for one day, catch a carp, and it might land on that 6.9 pounds and I win a bounty, $10. Or the 4.2 pounds, $10. Like, I don't have to take first place to win something.
right.
And you're still participating, which I think makes this type of tournament, these tournaments that these guys do, super, super cool. Also, I forgot to mention, it's not just the US. I mean, we exclude Canada from everything because it's Canada. But if you're in Poland, you're in. You're in. But Canada, no. There's no what would Brian Boitano do in these tournaments. It's Canada, you're out. You're out. Is that how they say it? You're out. I'm joking. I just don't think they have carp or something. I don't know. It's Canada. All they have is pike and walleye, I think, and Sasquatch.
Well, one thing I do want to bring up. Are you done with the giveaways?
Yes.
On that? I don't want to interrupt. All right.
Yep.
So one thing that makes this kind of interesting, and Joker and Aussie, and I'm going to use names here. So Joker, Aussie, PB, JB, all of us, we kind of have fun with making this pack bait. So I have done different styles of pack bait. Everyone's got their own secret little recipe.
Yes.
So when I go to the grocery store and I'm walking down the aisle and this woman is standing behind me and I said something about maple syrup. And this woman says, "Oh, sir, come with me. It's around this." And she didn't even work there. She was taking me over to show me and I'm like, "I was just joking, ma'am. I'm talking to someone on the phone about carp bait." And she turned around and looked at me like, gave me this frown, like I was carp bait, you know? So anyway, here we are grabbing Jello, strawberry Jello, panko, rolled oats. I mean, it's nuts. And so I kind of did something different the other day. I got this great big can of strawberry pie filling. And I decided to pull what JB pulled, and I should have listened to him because when I dumped the can into oats and mixed it all up, that stuff is the most stickiest stuff you'll ever put on your pack bait. And you take your hand off of it, and I'm telling you, it is unreal. It's like the goo that PB and Aussie and Joker, I don't know if Joker was involved in it or not, you get this corn like glaze in this little bottle and you get it on your fingers, it will not come off. I mean, it's like stuck there. It's like a super glue. Yeah, goo. I mean, it's like the worst stuff in the world to be dealing with. And that's how your whole hand feels when you use strawberry pie filling mix in your pack bait. But it's got to be good. The fish are going to love it. I'm telling you, I'm going to catch a 95-pounder the next time I go fishing on this strawberry Jello, strawberry pie mix. You watch. Boy, that ain't a crock of shit. All right. So it's fun to sit down and talk to everyone about all your different pack baits and what you're using. And then you start trying all this weird stuff that you would never ever, because when I grew up as a kid, my granddad made, he just took like cornmeal and boiled it you know, and we put this big yellow goo on a hook and casted it out. That was it. Now, I mean, we're spending, I don't know what some of these guys are spending on bait, but it's getting to be ridiculous. Just so we can have bragging rights. And that's part of being, having fun in this is just having the bragging rights.
No, I know we've promised to not really bring up names, but since you're talking about the pack bait and everybody with their special ingredients, I'm pretty sure I overheard Soggy's going to use tomahawk steaks. I think that's what I heard. I think he called Walleye and said, I need some tomahawk steaks. Give me tomahawk steaks. I'm assuming that's what he's going to use. I personally, I think I would go completely off the wall. I would call Dustin from 2 weeks ago and say, yo, I need some of that big buck sperm. I'm putting some of that big buck sperm in my pack bait and just watch. Now, in all sincerity, what I as a kind of an outsider, I get to hear all these conversations from you guys, and what I find funny is nobody wants to give up their little, like, hey, did you have on that left rod, was that the number 2? Was that the number 2?
Yeah.
Was that the number 2? The little number 2 secret sauce?
Yeah, was that one secret sauce or number 2 secret sauce? Yeah.
That was number 2. And what I've gathered is everybody's secret ingredient. I'm gonna break some minds right now, but everybody's secret ingredient has been working, which tells me there is no secret ingredient. They're carp. They're going to eat anything you throw out there because they're bottom feeders. You want to put super sperm from a big buck in Illinois on your pack bait? It's gonna work. You want to put applesauce in your pack bait? It's gonna work. It has flavor and a texture and scent. Is gonna work. But that's just my assessment as an outsider that has never fished. Yeah, see their Joker go, ooh, applesauce. Hadn't thought of that one before.
See, and that's why, and I also bought blackberry.
Oh, no, don't keep giving up your number 3.
No, I'll tell, I don't care.
Okay.
I got blackberry pie filling. And I can't wait to do it because there's not a fish in the Ohio River that'll ever see it. It's gonna match with the bottom of the river. So it's not gonna be red no more. It's gonna be completely the color of the bottom of the river, mud.
Yeah. But you won't use chicken for catfish.
Hell no, I ain't using chicken.
Well, there ain't no mulberry or blackberry or raspberry in the river.
Yes, there is. 100%. Now, I'll take you right now down to the farm and show you blackberry bushes growing right along the Ohio River, and they drop into the river.
Okay, you might have a point.
All right? They drop, and listen, there is nuts in trees that fall out of the trees into the river. There's also clams, oysters, in all waterways, and fish eat on that kind of stuff.
There's nuts in the trees. Yeah. I'm used to my nuts being in my wife's purse. But you're telling me that you put nuts on trees too?
Yeah, all right. Just, I have, what's funny is I've caught fish a long time ago that when we used to clean them to fry, it was amazing to see what they had ate. And there is some weird, every fish that I ever caught that we've cleaned, there's something unique in their stomach pouch. And I have actually seen little blackberries or nuts inside of fishes. Not quit it. Quit it.
What Joker and those carp do in their own time is not our business. That's up to him.
So, yeah, I mean, it's kind of fun. Where I'm trying to get at is all these rigs we have, people tie their own. I mean, Ozzy tomorrow morning is going to spend 4.5 hours
doing his hair.
No.
Oh,
PB is going to spend 4.5 hours teaching Ozzy how to tie a hair rig. It'll take at least 4.5 hours for Ozzy to get it.
I'm leaving that one alone. I'm leaving that one alone, Ozzy. Just note it. Because I'm pretty sure he's calling you stupid.
No, but that's one of the things that is really kind of fun. People are getting together, tying these hair rigs together in chat rooms and BSing. On the days it's pouring down rain, they can't go out fishing, so they're still spending time together, you know, in here in Discords, and it's kind of fun watching it. You know, it's interesting how much time these people are putting into this tournament. And it's like, and they don't care whether they win or lose. I'll tell you that right now. What worries me is the person that comes in that's, I'm going to win no matter what. You know, that bothers me because it's here for fun. It's not here for, we're going to kick butt. I mean, let's have some fun with it and enjoy each other. I want to see, and I said the other day, and this isn't nothing against Grumpy, but I want to see Grumpy get his bag limit as soon as possible. I feel sorry for that guy.
He's put in a lot of time and effort.
Yes, he has. I would love to see him get 5 20-pounders right off the bat. I think that would be amazing.
Well, not me. I want to see. I called it from the beginning. Joker was my lead horse. I was betting on Joker. I'm still confident in Joker. I think he's going to catch up and take everybody down. I have faith in Joker. I do.
Well, I've got my faith in all these guys. And I'll tell you right now, if Soggy Wonka would go out and fish and get his waters down, I think he'd be a hard one to compete with too. Very hard. Because he has some really good waters. And now Luna is doing so good where he's at. I'm just excited for everyone. I really am.
I agree. And that's why, since we didn't have a guest and we're in this week and we're in the middle of this tournament that, like we said, 32 participants, that's just the streamers, the fishermen. What I've loved is I've gotten to see people fish that I've never gotten to see fish before. It's just been a different experience, and it was last year too. And I know what's coming up. There's other tournaments coming up. You've got, I don't know exactly because I'm not a part of the committee.
5x5 is next.
5x5. Thank you. I missed. I couldn't remember the name, but 5x5. The catfish and the carp. I think that was probably the most fun tournament to watch last year because it gives you a little bit of a variety of multi-species people going for the multiple species rather than just catfish or just carp. Right. Don't get me wrong. I have enjoyed watching all of them. But yeah, again, it's been very well done. And I'm not saying that to slam Go League. I thought Go League had a lot of ups. I really do. A lot of cool features, a lot of cool functions. Some amazing people participated in Go League, and it was fun to watch. It was fun to see all of that go on, just like this is. So it's nothing against Go League. Just this is the now, and
right.
It seems to be less serious, more fun, but still has that level of competition. Right? No matter how many times you guys tell me this is just for fun, just for fun, just for fun, the second you put it in a competition form, everybody's competitiveness is going to come out to a certain level. And I think what everybody has done for the most part is kept that energy, that veracity to not a minimum, but it's housed, it's put together. You know what I'm trying to say? Like,
Right.
it's
Well,
not crazy. It's controlled.
That's what I told PB and Sled today. They were in a chat room. I said, what's really cool about this is the people that are so close in this tournament. And we've had now, and I could be wrong, PB, please correct me if I'm wrong. We've had four fish and 4 different people, or 3 that had the exact same weights. 2 fish of mine were the same weight. 2 fish of PB's, 2 fish of JB's, and I'm not sure. I thought there was a 4th one, and I could be wrong. Was it Joker? Did Joker? Yeah, 4 sets of twins. And the other day, on the 2 carp that I caught that weighed exactly the same, 2 different days, but one was spilling eggs and the other one had milk coming out of it. So I know it wasn't the same fish, and one wasn't as long as the other one, but it was shorter and stouter than the one that I caught the day before.
So you're saying you caught an Aussie and you caught a Linda?
No, I caught a Joker and an Aussie. Oh, I didn't mean this. I'm sorry. I would like to apologize at this moment for what I just said. Sorry, Buzzard, I took it from you.
Well, you got 2 FUs on that one.
I know. They love me, though. They both love me. I get the FU every morning. So...
You know, the one thing we didn't really cover that I think would be important, especially for people that haven't seen how these things work, especially on live streams, kind of how this all works. So obviously we said you have to be live, you have to be streaming on Twitch for these fish to count to be in the tournament. And I believe this is where some of the rules come in. There are rules. They're not crazy. They're to me, they're make sense rules. And sometimes it sucks because you have to follow the rules. And you have, like you were saying earlier, Eric, you have to follow the rules for everybody, not just 2 people, but everybody. And at times that can get a little, tense.
I see.
Yeah. Yep. And I distinctly remember last year at the end of the tournament, there was a rule and there was a rule and then there was a rule, and you had to follow the rule. And it made somebody's fish not get counted at the end. But in my opinion, it was the right call, because whether it impacted the placings of the tournament or not, you still have to follow the rules that are in place, because that's what makes it fair for everybody. I know there's been multiple shit. I think today there was 2, maybe 3 fish that weren't counted for people, because the way it works is you catch that fish on stream. It has to be kind of throughout the process. You have to catch the fish, weigh the fish, and it has to be on camera. And if your stream cuts out, and I swear to the gods, I don't know what about fish has the control that they do. It's happened to me plenty of times. I saw it happen twice today. The stream cuts out as they're catching the fish, weighing the fish, whatever it might be, comes back a minute, 3 minutes later, they're weighing the fish. You can't count that fish. That's the rules. And it makes sense. And it sucks for those people, because hell, that fish could have been 18 pounds. It could have put them in first place, second place, third place.
Yeah.
Who knows? But the right thing to do, and that's what I have found impressive about these tournaments, is everybody has kind of been like, well, maybe we should do this. Nope, this is the rule. Can't count that fish. This is the rule. We have to do this. And everybody moves on. And that's super encouraging, at least for me.
Well, I ram tournaments for almost 7 years on the BOC and catfish tournaments. And there is nothing, and I'm dead serious. And this is about the Madfish staff that's running this. You guys are doing a hell of a job. And like I said, I'm not going to sit here and name everyone, because if I miss one of you, you're going to yell at me. So I don't want to be yelled at.
I'm not afraid.
It goes from the top clear to the bottom. and the bottom being the guys that's got to sit there and watch 5 streams at the same time. And believe me, there's guys doing this, watching 5 streams or 4 streams at the same time, catching fish, trying to clip them and make a ruling on that fish, and it's amazing. And I want to thank every one of them that do that. I mean, I think almost all their people actually go to people's streams and sit there and watch and try to get those clips for people. And it's supposed to be our mods, and there's some that their mods are not in their streams, they're in other people's streams, Buzzard. But did I say but?
I mean, we promised we weren't going to call them out, but I'd like to thank everybody that's been entering fish except Buzzard.
I'm sorry. I had to do that for one person in here. And I'd like to apologize for that statement that I just made there. But anyway, no, thank you, all of you. This makes the second time I've said it, but it's well ran, I think.
I can overnight you a little rag if you want to wipe that brown from your nose.
Who am I brown
that's
nosing?
just your. I'm sorry, that's just your sunburn.
Who am I brown nosing first?
That's your sunburn.
Joker? I think I just brown nosed Joker there for a minute.
Well, that doesn't take much. Get your nose anywhere close. Get your nose anywhere close there. It's coming out brown.
He says he hasn't seen Buzzard since the 24th.
No, I mean everybody's been doing great. We're having fun, but it's been fun to watch. I've enjoyed it. I enjoyed it last year. I'm very much looking forward to the upcoming tournaments.
I am too.
It's been fun, and who knows? Maybe I get a bug up my butt and work calms down a little bit, and I can get in on some of these upcoming tournaments. You never know. I don't know what the summer is going to bring for me yet.
Right.
We'll see.
Well, and what's neat, I do want to say one more thing. The people who make there's people that make the spreadsheets and that too, that do a lot of back work that no one ever really notices. And I'd like to reach my hand out there and thank them for that.
Are we having a pronoun debate right now?
Well, I said other people, but there's one that actually, and there may have been some other people that helped, and I'm not sure, but there's been one that kind of did the background work on that, and I think he did a hell of a job.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, this is what I wanted to talk about. I think it's important for people outside of the Twitch community, whether, who knows? I mean, we're bringing this show out to multiple platforms, and who knows, it might hit one person, 5 people that come in and start watching fishing or join in. The fun. It is fun. It's fun to watch the excitement. It's fun to watch people get into it. Everybody's, like you're saying, watching 5, 6, 7 streams when they can. I know multiple people will throw up the multi-stream thing because it's like there's just too many going on all at once. There's people out there all the time, and it's brought a lot of content. And I think PB brought this up in chat earlier. It's helped bring content to the platform on Twitch, and getting the word out is what we hopefully could do.
I think it was Thursday, if I'm not mistaken. Ozzy or Joker or PB could maybe correct me. But I think Thursday we had the most streamers streaming at the same time for the tournament. I think there was like 7 people on at the same time, and I think it was Thursday. They were going nuts trying to do
keep
fish. I
straight.
mean, they were like jumping from stream to stream to stream, and yeah,
it's a lot of work, and they're doing a great job. And like I said, upcoming tournaments, I don't know exactly when they are, but if I didn't make a command, but
they haven't picked a date for the next tournament. It could be in June or July, I guess. I'm not sure. And they're having a third one this year too, by the way. So it'll be like a fall one, I think.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, that's what we wanted to get into tonight without a guest. I thought it was fun to kind of talk about and recognize some people on the platform that we stream on the most. And great job, everybody. Keep it up. Good luck. By the way, who's in first place right now?
Don't bring that up.
Unknown first place.
You jinx me, and I'm gonna come to your house.
I just asked who was in first place. That's all.
Yeah.
So we won't bring it up then.
No.
One last comment from Linda.
See you later, boys. Thanks again.
Hold on. I didn't hear it.
Okay.
See you later, boys. Thanks again.
See you later, boys. Thanks again.
Adiós, muchachos. Adiós, Jim Boards.
Adios, Gene Boards. All right. Until next Sunday evening, I'm Todd. He's Eric. Thanks for watching.
Thank you, everyone. Have a great night. Love your faces.